Assalamu alaikum. Today topic is reaction of iron ions in solution. In water, the iron exists as a hexa aqua iron 2 and hexa aqua iron 3. It means that iron exists in water in both oxidation state, in +2 oxidation state and +3 oxidation state. They produce a complex ion. They produce a complex ion which have a definite color because complexes of transition metal are colored compound. So when iron form complex ion with oxidation state 2, it have one type of color, and when iron form a complex with water in oxidation state 3, so it have a different color. Now first we see the reaction of iron ion with sodium. Iron in water exists in these two states. Hydroxide ion form a base such as sodium hydroxide solution. Remove hydrogen ion from the water ligand attached to the iron 2 in the form of a new complex with formula FeH2O4OH2. Now you see in water iron 2. First we discuss the reaction of iron 2 state. In water, sorry, in water the iron 2 exists in this form. In the color is a green solution. Means this ion is soluble in water. This hexa aqua iron 2 ion is soluble in water and it produce a greenish solution. When we add a small amount of NaOH, small amount of NaOH means we adding hydroxyl ion, because NaOH dissolve in water to produce sodium positive ion and OH negative ion. So when we add sodium hydroxide to this solution which contain hexa aqua iron 2, the hydroxide ion react and they produce a complex which is insoluble in water and its color is green, and this is the formula of that complex. If you see here and here, this is water, this is water. If we see, we simply react Fe to OH, then we produce a compound FeOH whole 2. Simply the OH ion attach with the iron and they produce a greenish complex. We simply say that Fe plus 2 ion react with the OH ion to produce FeOH whole 2. So that if you see the difference between this complex ion and this compound, which is only OH2 is added to which one? To Fe. So हम simply कह सकते हैं that this in this reaction the hydroxide ion react with iron to produce insoluble complex. अब insoluble कैसे, तो आप इस वीडियो में देख ले, आपको पता चलेगा. आप अगर इधर देख ले, आपको इधर सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, ये सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड का सोल्यूशन है, ये आयरन 2 सोल्यूशन है. This is greenish in color and the iron plus 2 is soluble in water when we put sodium hydroxide. Now if you see, when I put the sodium hydroxide, a greenish PPT is formed. This complex is formed. In this complex, water is attached with iron, but along with water, the OH ion is attached with the iron to produce a greenish precipitate. This is the precipitate of hydroxide. We simply let the Fe ion react with OH ion to produce FeOH whole 2. Now, this FeOH whole 2 is insoluble in water. If we add more amount of NaOH solution, it cannot be further dissolved. It means that it is insoluble in water. You see, it cannot be dissolved. It means that it is insoluble in water. अगर हम सादा अल्फाज में कहें तो आयरन हमारे पास वाटर में अगर Fe+2 शक्ल में थी वो वाटर उसके साथ अटैच है अब लेकिन इस पे चार्ज भी +2 है +2 चार्ज किसकी वजह से है इट इज़ ड्यू टू द आयरन so when we add OH ion the OH ion react with FeOH2 and FeOH whole 2 iron hydroxide is insoluble in water. So due to this hydroxide, the iron produce tetra aqua hydroxy iron 2 complex. Now we see the reaction of iron plus 3 state. Iron exists in water in plus 3 state in this form hexa aqua iron 3 complex ion. एंड इट्स कलर इज़ रेडिश ये आपको नज़र आ रहा है ये आयरन का सोल्यूशन है जब वो +3 स्टेट में हो तो +3 स्टेट में आयरन डिज़ोल्व होता है वाटर में इस शक्ल में आयरन रहता है और उसका कलर येलो है बिकॉज इट इज़ अ कॉम्प्लेक्स आयन when I add sodium hydroxide it means that when I add OH ion the OH ion react with the iron plus 3 to produce iron plus 3 oxide yani FeOH whole 3 FeOH whole 3 state now this is the compound which is formed after the reaction tetra aqua trihydroxo iron 3 now this is FeOH whole 3 is formed now if you see the reaction here this is iron 3 and this is sodium hydroxide this is iron 3 solution mean this form it exists in this state when I add OH a yellowish a brown precipitate is formed now you see here the brown precipitate and this brown precipitate is insoluble in water this compound is insoluble in water this compound is insoluble in water if we see this compound is insoluble in water this compound is insoluble in water when we add more water it cannot be dissolved so this is the reaction of iron 3 with hydroxide so we simply say that both iron plus 2 state and iron plus 3 state they react with water they react with sodium hydroxide to produce insoluble complexes one is of greenish in color and other is brown in color thank you Allah Hafiz